and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra. Well, the first ever IPO of financial year 2025 has opened today, and this is actually a big one because this comes from the stable of Bharti Airtel. It is an IPO of the Bharti Airtel subsidiary, the first one from the group after so many years. Bharti Hexacom's 4,275 crore rupees IPO has opened for subscription today, that's April 3rd, and will go on up until April of 5th. Bharti Hexacom, a communications solution provider, it was incorporated in the year 1995 as Hexacom India first. Its name, however, changed to Bharti Hexacom after Bharti Airtel picked up a 70% stake in the firm in the year 2004. Now, Bharti Airtel is the promoter of the company, holding 70% or 35 crore equity shares of the company, while the remaining 30% or 15 crore shares are owned by the non-promoter Telecommunications Consultants of India. This issue is an entirely offer for sale, which means that Telecommunications Consultants of India is going to be offering in a part of its stake in this offer for sale. So 7.5 crore equity shares is what they are offloading, amounting to 4,275 crores at the upper end of the price band. Now, the company will not receive any proceeds from this issue because it's an offer for sale. Now, the company offers consumer mobile services, fixed line telecom and broadband services to customers in Rajasthan and North Eastern telecommunication circles in India, including Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland and also Tripura. Now, Bharti Hexacom's IPO is priced at 542 rupees to 570 rupees per equity share. So that's the price band. Here investors will have to buy a minimum lot of 26 shares and then in multiples thereof. So 75% of this offer is reserved for qualified institutional buyers, 15% for non-institutional investors and 10% is reserved for the retail investors. What are the company's financials looking like? Now, the company's revenue from operations have grown at a compounded annual growth rate or CAGR of 12.6% from 4,602 crores to 6,579 crores between FY21 to FY23. The EBITDA margins have improved from 24.7% to 43.9% during the same period. Besides, it also reported a profit of 549 crores in FY23 versus a loss of 1,033 crores in FY21. Now, what are the big pros as most of the experts are talking about? The company is well positioned to capitalize on the growing demand for connectivity in India. The adoption of 5G technology could act as a growth catalyst for the company. There is a strong brand recognition through the flagship brand Bharti Airtel, and the revenue market share in Northeast is around 53%, which is higher than Jio's share of 43%. But what are the cons on the other hand? Of course, there is competition. It does face intense competition from Reliance Jio in its constant innovation and reduced prices that attract many more people. Industry challenges are consistently there because it operates in a highly capital intensive and regulated industry too. The debt position is something that most of the analysts are keeping a keen eye out on. The company has a high debt position which needs constant monitoring. So what should you do? Should you actually go ahead and subscribe to this issue? Well, Marwadi Financial Services have said that they have assigned a subscribe rating to this IPO because they believe the company has a strong parentage, an established brand and a strong presence in the markets with high growth potential. Also, it is available at a reasonable valuation when you compare it with the peers. What has Smith's broking house said? Well, they expect that the substantial improvement in profitability around the similar lines could be seen as Bharti Airtel over the next FY24 to FY30 or 24 to 36 months odd, and therefore they have recommended a subscribe rating to this issue as they consider it as a good investment for the long-term perspective. What is Way to Wealth saying? That's also a brokerage house that believes that the company enjoys a virtual leadership in the telecom circles that it is operating in. It is also confident of maintaining the lead in those areas, and therefore they have suggested investors to subscribe for a medium to long-term perspective. Now, what are the grey market premium of the issue really getting suggested at this point in time? Investor Gain website reports that the grey market premium is trading at around 52 rupees on the day one of the opening of the issue, which actually means there is a good demand at least at the beginning of the IPO, and we will continue to watch out for more signals from the unofficial market, that's the grey market, but do not take it as a signal that this will be a pure play indicative of how the company will be getting listed. It's just an indication of the demand in the unofficial market to give you a sense of whether you should go ahead and subscribe to this issue. Although I have shared with you all the reports that I have gone through where they have given positive rating and subscribe outlook to this IPO, but do speak to your own financial advisor before taking a bet on Bharti Hexacom's IPO. Until then, many thanks for tuning in onto this video.